Pilates session. Optional equipment we're going to use today, the softball and a long resistance band. So if you have those at home, go ahead and grab them and make sure they're close at hand. Also make sure you've got some water so we can take some little mini breaks as we move along. So we're going to start standing up, coming to the end of your mat. A quick posture check. Just look at your feet. Feet should be hip width apart, toes and heels in a line. And we're just going to slightly rock forward and back from the balls of the feet to your heels. And then just settle somewhere in the middle and almost imagine you're really pushing those heels down into the mat as you reach a little taller through the crown of the head. Draw in with the core muscles, belly button pulled in, pelvic floor lifting, shoulders down away from the ears, and then take a big breath in as you reach your arms up. And then stretch through the fingertips as you come up onto your toes, just kind of pulling everything into alignment. And reach your arms out to the side as you slowly drop your heels down to the mat. Wrap the hands together behind your back and just really open up your chest with a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, just take your hands back down to your sides, drop your chin to your chest, round your spine, and start folding your body over your legs, articulating every joint in your spine, stretching into your hamstrings. Really let the weight of your head draw that chest down towards your legs, and then gently start nodding your head, and then shaking the head side to side. Again, now roll your shoulders back, just circling your shoulders, alternating sides, circling back. Bending your elbows slightly and then circle forward as you hang over the legs. 3, 2, and 1. And bend your knees and get your hands all the way down to the mat, almost in a low squat. Start stepping your hands forward, walking out into our first plank variation. So we're going to hold here, hands directly beneath your shoulders. Make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders as well. And then just bend your knees, almost hinging the hips as you drop the knees down to the mat. Breathe out, lift the knees back up. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, extend the legs. So you're going to try to keep the hips still. Keep the hips more or less in line with the shoulders. Just pull the knees forward, come onto the tips of the toes as you lower. Breathe out to lift. Last one. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. And now we're going to do basically the same thing with your elbows. I'm going to bend your elbows, pull them into the body, straighten the arms back out. So into like a half push-up, slightly smaller push-up. Feel free to modify, dropping down to your knees if you need to keep the control of your push-up so it doesn't get too much into your shoulders. Stay there for 4 and 3. Last 2. 1 more. Extend the arms and hold. Lift the knees up if you have the knees down, and then press back into your heels, just stretching through the backs of the legs, arching the back, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees, round your spine, just roll yourself back up, articulating every joint of the spine, stepping one vertebra on top of the other, shoulders and head come up last. And then breathe in, reach the arms overhead. Breathe out, come up onto your toes, and this time we're going to drop the heels down and up. Keep your rib to hip connection, so even though the arms are up, try not to flare your ribs or arch too much into your lower back. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Last 2. And then hold the last one nice and high. Reach your arms out to the side. Slowly drop your heels down to the mat. And again, drop your chin to your chest. Round the spine. Articulate, rolling down over your legs. Good. Just hang there. Now we're going to swing left and right. Just sway your torso side to side. The hips can move in opposition to your shoulders. Loosening up your lower back. Last 2 and 1. Come back to the center point. Bend your knees. Again, come into that low squat, hands down to the mat, and start walking your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Come to that nice high plank. Now you're going to step your right knee forward, but don't let it touch the mat. Step your left knee forward, right foot back, left foot back. Right knee forward, left knee forward, and back, and back. One more, leading with that right knee. And back now, lead with the left. For the next one, we go 3 left, and right, back, and back. 2 more, left knee forward, right knee forward, back, and back. And last one, as you pull those knees forward, I want you to hold there. Really scoop and hollow the core muscles, and then just tap your knees down to the mat. And then exhale, lift them back up. Breathe in as you lower the knees. Breathe out as you lift. 2 more times. Lower the knees down. Hollow the core as you lift them up. Last one. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, lift, and then step the legs back. And I want you to lower your knees down to the mat and sit back onto your heels, coming back into a child pose. Rest your forehead, really stretch out your arms. And then come forward onto your elbows. And just kind of step your legs back. So your hips are all the way down on the mat and your arms are in like a Sphinx pose. Open your shoulders wide and then lift your elbows up, just looking up to the ceiling. We'll be stretching into the back. Lengthen through your toes. And then breathe in, drop the elbows back down. Take your hands together. And we're gonna round out your lower back and start to lift your hips up off the mat. Like tuck the tailbone under, scoop the belly button in. Now tuck your toes under, lift your knees up. So we're in a low plank. Hips in line with your shoulders. Now you're gonna point your left toe and lift it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then tuck the left toes under, point the right toes, lift up and down for 4, 3, 2. Let's go one more time. Each side, tuck the toes, drop the hips slightly, extend your left leg, lift it up, lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck under, right toes, lift up for 4, 3. Really press the mat away with those elbows. Last one, tuck the toes under, lower the knees down, and sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you, rest your head on the mat. Big cleansing breath, and let it go. Good, okay, let's flip onto your back. And grab your ball. The ball in the hands. I'm gonna reach the arms behind, take a big breath in, try to lengthen through the tips of the fingers, lengthen through your toes, and then breathe out, squeeze ball tight, lift your hands, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and stretch forward. Tap the ball to your feet and try to roll it a little further along. Really get the backs of your knees down. And then pick that ball up, lengthen through your spine, shoulders and head coming up last, and then bring out round spine and come halfway back. Pass the ball to your left hand, look over your left shoulder. Breathe in, pass the ball to your right hand. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale back, exhale twist. Inhale center, exhale twist. Breathe in and out, and in and out. One more time, each side can go down a little lower for a little bit more abdominal. And back, and then hold the ball in front of you, squeeze it tight, go down an inch, and then roll yourself all the way back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out again, lift the hands, head, spine, just peel up off the mat, try to keep the feet stuck. Reach the ball forward, take the ball to your toes, and then breathe in, straighten up the back. We're gonna breathe out, come halfway back and hold here. Now pull your shoulders back, lift your chest up, lift your chin, lift your right leg, try to touch the ball with your foot. Reach that shin right up to the ball. Now, if you can, we're gonna try to do both legs together. So try to zip the legs together, so you lift the legs, both legs up to the ball. But if you struggle, just go back to alternating. Or you can also try lowering your chest a little bit more, so you get a little bit more leverage to get those legs up. Aim for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs down, or lower your upper body down, and just stretch everything out. Take a deep breath in. With your next exhale, we're going to come up into a balance of pulling your knees into your chest, bouncing just behind your sit bones. Now we're going to pass your ball under your legs, hold it, and then touch your toes down and pass the ball over. Pass under and over. Just kind of hold with each pass. So it's pass, hold, pass, hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just lift your knees back up, balls in your hands, and so you extend your arms, extend your legs into a full teaser pose. Look up to the ceiling, and then breathe out. Lower your legs, lower your spine, lower your head, and your arms down to the mat. Just pop the ball to the side, draw your knees into your chest. A little bit of movement side to side, just stretching out your lower back. And then keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out long, lift your head, lift your shoulders, press your lower back down, and then switch the legs. So coming towards single leg stretch, chin to chest, or try to reach your nose towards your knee. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull both knees in, take your hands behind your head to support the neck, and then turn the elbow towards the opposite knee. Staying there for 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to keep the elbows wide, really cross the body with that elbow. 3, 2, hold the last one. Now you're going to lower the shape of the legs, hinge at the hips, then lift back up, connect the knee to the elbow as close as you can. Change, and then lower the shape of the legs down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, change, elbows wide. Drop the hips, keep the toe button to the inside of your straight leg. Breathe in as you change. Lower And lift. Let's go one more time each side. Twist, hold, drop the legs, and lift. Change and hold, drop the legs, and lift, and then take your shoulders back. Draw your knees in and take a deep breath. Good. Now find your ball again. I'm going to place the ball under the pelvis. I'm going to come into a balance. So knees up. Rest your hands across the abdominals. Draw the belly button in. Imagine you're stitching the two sides of your abdominals together, almost pushing the sides of the waist together. Touch just inside your hip bones and make sure those lower abdominals are tight. So imagine a little dimple right between your hip bones, just drawing in. Pelvic floor lifts. Now we're going to lower both knees down to the mat. Try to keep your knees together, feet together, tap your toes down, and then exhale, lift the knees back up. Keep the ribs down on the mat. Try to sink that lowest back rib down on the mat as you lower both legs down, both legs up. Breathe in as you lower. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe out as you lift. 2 more times. Head and shoulders stay down on the mat. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Breathing in and out. Now we're going to dial it back slightly. Zip the core a little tighter. Tap the right toe down. Exhale, lift. Lower your left toe down. Breathe out to lift. It's alternating legs, tapping the toes down and up and down. Now let's take the hands away. Lift the fingertips up to the ceiling as we continue to tap the toes. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now pull the knees into the chest. Now we're going to take your hands along your sides as the knees come into the chest, and then reach the arms overhead. Stretch the legs out long. Breathing out. Breathe in, knees to the side, or knees to the chest, hands to your sides. Exhale, open it out. Breathe in, tuck in tight, arms by your sides. Breathe out, stretch. So with those hips up on that ball, this just protects your lower back, stretches out the lower back as we work into the deep abdominals. Last 2, knees to chest, hands along the side, and reach. 1 more, bend, and extend. And just try to get your legs straight and see if you can fold your legs into your body. Maybe sliding your hands up the back of the legs to your ankles. Press your tailbone down into the mat. Now if you need some stability, you can take one hand down to the mat. We can bend the knees slightly. Just try to work towards straight legs. Keeping the shoulders down. Now bend the knees, take the feet down to the mat, lift your hips up, and I want you to take the ball from the hips and place it between your knees. Take your hands behind your head. Press your lower back down into the mat, draw the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor, and then curl the shoulders up as you squeeze your ball tight. Breathe in, drop the shoulders, relax the knees. Exhale, lift the shoulders, squeeze the ball. Inhale, lower. Stay there 4 more. So imprinting the spine, engaging the inner thighs, scooping and hollowing the abdominals, shoulders up off the mat. Last 2. And with the last one, we're going to reach your hands up and just tap your ball. 8 taps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the head and shoulders down to the mat. Relax the knees slightly. And then again, breathe out, tilt the pelvis, press the lower back down into the mat, and then cross your hand across the opposite knee. And change. Left hand to the right knee. And down. Breathe out. Try to touch the knee. Stretch a little further and then back. Touch the knee. Reach a little further and then back. Touch. Reach and back. Reach. Touch and back. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the head back, hands along your sides. Relax. Shoulders. Take a big breath in. You're going to breathe out, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, scoop the belly button in, and tap the hands to the outsides of your ankles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And drop the head and shoulders down to the mat. We're going to hug your knees into your chest and have a little rock side to side. Good. Okay, let's place the ball to the side. Draw your chin to your chest. I'm going to roll up to sitting. I want you to grab your band. Now lay your band over the tops of your knees, cross it under, and then hold on top. So we're going to come onto our side and get our side line out of the way before we do our other leg exercises. So turn yourself onto your side, take your feet to the front edge of your mat. Your knees are in line with your hips and your back is straight. Your head, shoulders, and hips are all lined up with the back edge of your mat. Draw the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor. Imagine drawing the sit bones together. And then lift your knee and your foot. So focusing on the outside of your leg. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the next one. Now circle the knee up and around for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circle. 6 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the knees and feet back together. Lift your toes up off the mat. Relax your shoulders away from your knees and then open the knees wide, pressing up into that band. Let's aim for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. I want you to hold it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe into lower. Breathe out. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower. 2 more times. Lift up and hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Last one. Up and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, feet down. Take a breath. And then the last set, the feet stay together. Just lift the knee. Feet stay on the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5. So this is all about the hips. So hip stabilize, feeling that burn through the outside of the leg. Last 3, 2, and then hold the last one up. Double time, little pulses. Just jiggle that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the knees back together. Just pat out that hip. Remove your band. And then stretch your legs out. Have your heels together, toes turn out, shoulders back, belly button pulled in, and just make sure those hips are stacked. If you find you lose your balance, just use your hand and try to get the weight forward rather than dropping that back hip back. Now, we're going to start with just a straight leg lift, up and down, just burning into that side of the hip that we were just working. 6 more, and 5, 4 long straight legs, 3, 2, and 1. Now heels together. I'm going to bend your knee. Turn the knee out. Just pulse the knee to the wall behind you. Little pulse. 8, 7. Nice subtle movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Then reach the toe up. Flex your foot. Lengthen through the heels as the legs come back together. Try to press that lower leg up into the heel of the top leg. Bend. Extend. Flex foot. Heels come together and lift with that lower leg. 2 more like that. Knee to ceiling. Toe to ceiling. Stretch. And lengthen. Last one. Knee to ceiling, toe to ceiling. Sweep the legs back together. Now just lengthen your spine, pull your shoulders back, zip the core in, and reverse movements. Lift the leg up straight, bend the knee, and then sweep the heels back together. Lift the leg, bend the knee, and sweep. 3 more. Lift, bend, and sweep. Last 2. Bend and sweep. 1 more. Come high. Bend and sweep and hold. Now let the feet come down to the mat. I want you to bend your knees and prop yourself up onto this elbow. Make sure your elbow is directly beneath your shoulder, not kind of out here. And we're going to extend your top leg. Press into the inside of that foot. Press into the knee. Press into the elbow and lift your hips up. Reach your arm up overhead. Breathe in. Lower the hand back down to the side of the leg. Breathe out. Lift. And lower. Try to keep that top hip slightly forward. Lift and lower. 2 more here, but that stretch to the outside of the hip. Keep that top half of the body. And last one. I'm going to hold. Just reach the hand up to the ceiling so you can slide your knee out. Tuck that foot behind the heel of your front leg. Then tuck your arm through the body. And lift. Just really reaching all the way through. And lift. Stay there for 4. 3, last 2, keep that shoulder over the elbow, last 1, up and hold, little pulse up with hips, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop your hips slowly down to the mat, take your knees forward, bend the knees, and then the arm that was on the mat reaches over your head, and we stretch it out to the other side. Good. Just swing your legs around, pick up your band again. And we're going to start that whole series over on the other side. So with the band on the top of the knees, cross it under, and then hold on top. Get a double wrap. Not too tight, not too loose. Flip onto your side, prop your head onto your elbow, Now just check that your knees are stacked one on top of the other. That top knee isn't slightly behind the lower knee. That will mean that your hips are in line, belly button in, pelvic floor lifting, shoulders away from the ears, lift the knee and the foot. Up and down. So there, 8, 7. Make sure the foot doesn't go any higher than the knee, but also that the knee and the foot stay level. So if you're not leading too much with the knee, make sure that foot comes along. So there for 6. Make sure the knees are coming right back together each time so that we're not creeping back, leaning back each time the leg goes up. Last 2. Hold the next one up. Now little circles, up and around, up, around. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet and knees back together. Lift the toes up off the mat. Straighten up your back. And then open the knees out and down. Lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the last one. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Straighten up the back. Exhale, lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. 2 more. Exhale, lift up and hold 4. Really stretch into that band and down. Last one. Make it as big as you can. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees together. Drop the feet. Take a breath. Last set. We just lift the knee. Feet stay together. Feet stay on the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up. Now double time, little pulses. Jiggle that top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't have to be graceful or perfect. As long as we're moving, as long as we have some space between those knees. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knee. Pat out your hip. Take a breath. And then just take the band away. Behind you, just stretch your legs long. Have your heels together, toes turned out, hips are stacked. Try to draw the belly button in. Relax the shoulders. Use that hand to stabilize. We start with just leg lifts. 8. Now pushing through that burning leg. 7. Lower leg stays up off the mat. 6, 5, 4. Try to keep the length from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. That's 2. And 1. Now draw the heels back together, bend your knee, point the knee up to the ceiling, and just pulse it back like you're wrapping it to that back wall. 8. Try to knock the back wall with the side of your knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then stretch the leg long, flex your foot, drag your heels back together, lift that lower leg to connect to the heel, bend the knee, extend the leg, flex the foot, heels together. 3 more. Knee to ceiling, shoulders back, stretch and reach. Last 2. Knee to ceiling, toe to ceiling, flex and squeeze. Last 1. Knee to ceiling, toe reaches up, heels back together, and then point the toes, stretch the body a little longer, scoot the core, lift the leg straight up, bend the knee, and slide the toe along the lower leg. 4 more like that. Straight leg, bend and extend. Just look down your body. Try to keep that knee pointing up to the ceiling. Try to keep your hips stacked, not rolling to the back wall. Keep your shoulders nice and open, or your chest nice and open. Shoulders strong behind your back. And the last one, just let the legs come down to the mat. You can drop that knee forward, just tap out that hip. Good. Now come into our side planks. Up onto your elbow. Elbow direct beneath shoulder, bottom knee is bent. On the outer, or sorry, the inner edge of that foot. So we're going to press into the foot, press into the knee, press into that, but everything that's touching the mat is pressing the mat away. Now lift the arm up overhead, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And lift. And lower. So feel that stretch of the oblique at the top half of the waist, strengthening the muscle at the lower part of the waist, like a sling pulling you up. Last 2, lift and lower, and then we're going to hold the last one up. So you can slide that knee away, tuck the foot behind the front leg, just drop the lower hip, and then tuck the arm through and lift. Reach through, really turn the shoulders, keep the hips facing forward. Stay there for 4, 3, press into the fist that's on the mat, really press that elbow away. Last one, up and hold, little pulses up. 6, 5, hips up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take it all the way down. Just bend your knees. Take the hand, the arm that was on the mat, reach it over your head. Good. Now spin yourself around, come to your back and grab your ball. Grab a sip of water. Give yourself a chance to have a quick drink. And then we're going to come into some shoulder bridge exercises. So articulating your spine, you can place the ball between your knees and grab your band and lay your band across your hips, just low like a lap belt across your hip bones. Hold your band tight. Backs of your arms should be on the floor. Sink your shoulders down. Squeeze the ball tight, hollow the core, lift the pelvic floor. We're going to imprint the lower back down into the mat. Take a breath in, expand into the sides of the rib cage. And then as you breathe out, lift the hips up. Narrow the waist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Little squeeze at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift your band up to the ceiling and stretch the band and extend the arms. Extend and bend. So like you're lifting a heavy dumbbell, just pulling it down to the chest and then lifting it back up, keeping the hips high, keep the squeeze on the ball. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reach the arms behind you, back to the hands, touch the floor, lift the hips higher, squeeze your ball tighter, and then melt your spine down, rib cage down first, middle back second, lower back comes down last, and then hip bones and tailbone. Take the band back over your hips. Second set, we come up onto our tiptoes. So heels high, walk your toes in close to your hips. Press your lower back down into that. Scoop the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor, relax the shoulders, then press up into your band. Squeeze the ball. Inhale, lower. So narrowing the waist as you lift and lower. Stay there for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Little squeeze at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. Now squeeze your ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift the arms up. Stretch and belly. Open the chest out and up for 6. Narrow waist. Hips high. Squeeze the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1, arms up, breathe behind you, take a deep breath in, and then breathe out, melt your spine slowly back down to the mat, bone by bone. Good. Once the tailbone is down, we drop the heels, take your hands back to your side, and we're going to take the ball away and wrap your band around your right foot. Stretch your right leg long, relax your shoulders down away from the ears, really flex the foot, and then lift the hips up. Lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Really press into the heel that's on the mat. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the heels down. I'm going to lower the leg down and up. Now if you want to dial this up, if you want to make it a little stronger, try to keep the hips into the off the mat as you lower the leg down and up. If you want to do the lower level, keep the hips on the mat. Stay there for 3, 2, last 1, and then change legs in the band. So drop the hips down if you have the hips up. Switch your left leg into that band. Relax your shoulders, zip the core tight. Press into the right heel, lift the hips up and down. Lift and lower. Stay there for 6, 5, 4. Just look down the body. Make sure your right knee is in line with your hip. It's not rolling out to the edge of the mat. Last 3, 2, hold the last one up. Now lower the leg down and up again. If you want to modify, we take the hips down to the mat. If you want a little more advanced, go that a little bit further. Keep pressing through that heel. Get the hips a few inches up off the mat. Aim for 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one, lift the leg up, drop the hips down, and then I want you to put both feet into your band and cross your band. And have equal lengths on either side, and reach your arms behind you. Draw the belly button in, press your lower back down into that, and then stretch your band. Just take the legs down as far as you feel you can control. If it feels like your band's about to break, that's probably where you should stop. Just go lower, and lift. If your band's a little shorter, maybe your hands are over your shoulders. Just extend the legs. Exhale, inhale, lift them back up. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2, and lift, and 1. Now with the next one, as you lower your legs, I want you to lift your head, lift your shoulders, and roll yourself up, and take your hands back along your side. Now shorten your band a little bit, so you're holding about halfway. Lift your elbows up, so your upper arms are almost parallel to the floor, and then extend your arms, folding forward over your legs. We're stretching the hamstrings and strengthening your tricep muscles and backs of the arms. Shoulders are away from the ears. Shortening those triceps, squeezing the elbow up towards your shoulders. Just tighten that muscle with each extension. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come up to sitting. I'm going to hold your band a little tighter. Pull your knees through your band. Lift your feet up. Hold the shoulders back, and then extend and bend. Out and in. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, last one. Pull your knees into your chest. So you can lift your arms, lift the legs, hold, and then bend the knees and get a lift, up and hold. Stretch your arms out wide, bend, almost pull the knees back, hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then lower your feet. Just stretch forward over your legs. Good, sit up nice and tall. Let's take the band away. And we're going to come up to standing. So let's try to challenge people to try to stand without using their hands. Just crossing your feet. Just take your weight forward and then power up through your legs. Good, another quick sip of water. We're going to do some balancing with the band. So, picking up your band, I'm going to place your left foot into the middle of that band. Step your right foot behind. Slight bend in your left knee, point the toe on your right leg. Reach your arms out in front of you. Draw the core in. Try to square your hips and lift the arms and lift the leg. Lift. Try to find a focal point on the floor. Keep lengthening from the crown of the head to the tip of that toe. Stay there for 6 and 5, 4, straight arms, shoulders relaxed. Last 2, and hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower the foot, switch feet into the band. So right foot into the band, left foot stretches back, point the toe, slight bend in the knee, reach the arms out in front, shoulders down, lift the arms and legs. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to place both feet into your band. Bend your knees. Just drop the hips to the wall behind you, shoulder blades together behind the back, and then one last set with both feet on mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one, little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand, just roll your shoulders out and roll them forward. Good. Now again, I want you to just have your left foot in the band, step your right leg back, but this time have your hands back along your sides. Pull your shoulder blades together behind the back, draw the belly button in, lift the arms, lift the leg. Shorten your band if you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, just hinging slightly forward, core strong. Hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down. Step your right foot into the band. Bend the right knee. Left leg goes back. Arms along the sides of the hips. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. And lift the arms and legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. We hold up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to place both feet into your band. Make sure you have equal length on either side. Bend your knees, hips back, hands along the sides, shoulder blades together. Lift up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your neck long, chest proud. 2, hold the last one. Pulse your hands together behind your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go a little higher. 4, 5, 6, 7. A little higher still. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just drop your band. Shake your shoulders out. Step your feet slightly apart. Lift your right arm up. Bend the right elbow, and then try to get the bind with the fingertips together behind your back. Try to pull your ribs in, tuck your tailbone under, chin up, and then come up into a balance, just pulling everything into alignment. And inhale, lower down, left arm up, pull that elbow in, fingertips together behind the back, little wriggle. And then again, it's important to pull the ribs in, zip the core tight, chin up, and then up into your balance. Lower the heels. Now I want you to pick up your band, reach your band straight out in front of you. And we're just going to stretch and bend. Just open the chest. Pull that band across your chest. Stay there for 4, 3. Hands in line with the shoulders. 2 and 1. Now take it forward. Lift the arms up. And then I want you to wrap the band around your shoulders. You may need to give yourself a little more length. And then it's important that you pull the arms away, or the band away from your back. Pull the arms behind you to really open up the chest. So there for 4. And pull it back. Take the band all the way down to the hips behind you. Then lift it up behind you. Then lift it up slowly through that tightest spot, reaching over your head all the way down to the front of the body. One more time, lift the arms up overhead, reach it behind. Down the hips and up overhead, reach it in front till the hips come down and band comes to the mat. Drop your band, and then we're just going to come all the way down onto your front. So you completely relax your upper body. Have your knees out to the edges of your mat. Flex your feet, heels together, so your legs are like frog legs. Squeeze the heels tight. Draw the belly button up and away. Try to tilt the pelvis slightly so your tailbone is reaching to the wall behind you, just opening up your lower back. And try to lift your knees up off the mat. Squeeze your glutes, where your glutes meet your lower back. Keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your upper body relaxed. Stay there for 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the last one. Squeeze the heels tight, keep the knees high, and then breathe in, lower down, relax the abdominals, relax the shoulders. One more set. 8 lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Imagine you've got a heavy weight on those heels, just lifting it up. 3, 2, hold the last one, squeeze the heels tight, and then lower the knee down. Now you're going to point your toes, have your big toes together, heels slightly apart. Again, scoop the core in. One more set. 8, 7, knees up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, we're going to extend your legs, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then bend the knees, open the knees out, relax your shoulders. Same again. 8, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the knees high, stretch your legs long, and then let the feet just drop down to your mat. Open your feet out to the edges of the mat, out to the corners. Turn your toes slightly out, heels together. And we're going to rest your forehead on the back of your hands. We're going to lift your chest up and down. Lengthen through the toes. Keep the feet on the mat. Just lift the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands to the mat. Open your arms out to the corners of the mat. Scoop the belly button in tight. Lift the right arm and left leg, and then left arm, right leg. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything come down. Take a big breath in. Now we're going to do double time. Big inhale. Come up into a Superman pose. Hands and feet up, and then quick flutter. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set. 8, 7, 6. Stretch a little longer, lift a little higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the hands and feet come down to the mat. Take a big breath in. Last set, we're going to pull the elbows into the sides of the rib cage. Lift your chest up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pull the elbows in. Inhale, reach forward. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands under the shoulders. Press back, sit back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. Stretch into your back. Rest your forehead. Good. Come up to all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. I'm going to slide your right arm, left leg out, and then round your spine. Pull your elbow in, pull your knee in. Breathe in, stretch the arm and leg. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach. 2 more on this side, breathing out. And lengthen through the fingers and the toes. Last one, tuck. And reach. And hand. And the knee come down to the mat. Change sides. Left arm, right leg. Breathe out. And in. Tuck. And reach. Last 2. And reach. 1 more. Reach and hold. And then let the hand and the knee come down to the mat. Now take your right arm, thread it through your body. Press the back of that arm into the floor. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Breathe into the sides of your rib cage. And then as you breathe out, lower that top hand to the mat. Bottom arm comes back through. Fingertips up to the ceiling. And then hand down to the mat. Left arm tucks through the body. Reach it all the way through. Right arm up to the ceiling. Big inhale, expanding to the sides of the ribs. As you exhale, take the right hand down. Left hand comes back through. Fingertips up to the ceiling. And then take your hands down to the mat and step your left foot to the middle of your hands. Really push your hips forward. Take your hands up to that knee. And then turn your opposite elbow to the outside of the knee. Look over the shoulder. Take your hands down to the edges of your mat and turn your knee to the outside of that left arm. Come to the outer edge of your left foot. Bend your elbows and drop your chest and a little bit of movement side to side. Just kind of snaking yourself down towards the mat, swaying left and right. And then straighten up the arms, pull the knees back into the chest, and then walk your hands back. Imagine somebody's pulling your hips back. Really pull that toe in. Straighten up the front leg and stretch into that hamstring. And then last one, just shift your body weight forward, lift the back foot. If you feel like you're going to cramp through that back leg, just hold it there. But if you can go a little further, try to grab your foot with your hand and pull that heel in to stretch your quad muscle. If you have any pain through the knee, don't force it. Come back onto your knees. Get ready for the other side. Just step your right foot forward, hands down either side of that foot, just really pushing the hips forward, feeling that hip flexor stretch on the front of your left hip. Hands come up to the knee and then turn the elbow, opposite elbow to knee, look over the shoulder. So twisting the shoulders towards that knee. And then take the hands either side of your foot. Just step your foot a little more to the center line of your mat. Turn the right knee outside. Bend your elbows, turn your fingertips in. And drop your chest down. And again, sway side to side. Just little snake-like movements side to side as we open out that hip. Straighten out the arms, pull the knees into the chest, and then walk your hands back. Toes pointing up, hips reaching back, stretching to that hamstring on the front leg. And then last one, again, don't force it if you feel any pain. Lift the chest, see if you can get your hand to that foot, and then just push the hips forward as you pull the foot in. Good. Come back to your knees. Back to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, press into your heels. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hang over your legs, roll over back to the ankles as you nod. And then shake the head side to side. Bend your knees, let your arms hang and roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders and head come up. Last inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, float up onto your toes, find your balance. Reach your arms out to the side, lower your heels, lace the fingers behind the back, smile, and shake everything out. Good, hope you enjoyed that workout. We're back again this afternoon with a shorter beginner's workout, and tomorrow for your Friday focus, Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, check out the social media, follow the whole schedule, and we'll see you soon. Bye.